You're listening to Life with Herpes, and this is episode 11. Harbushka. I am the host of the podcast, Life with Herpes. I am excited to be here with you today. But before we get started, I want to talk about the Crisis Toolkit. Have you heard about it? It is the step-by-step guidance for your first official week with herpes. I created this because I know how much it sucks when you find out you have herpes, but I promise it does not have to last that long. Your future self is totally going to thank you, and your present self is like totally begging for this, okay? So head on over to lifewithherpes.com, get the Crisis Toolkit. I am like tongue twisting all over this. Get the Crisis Toolkit, and like I said, your future self is begging you, and I wish I would have had this when I found out I had herpes, and that's why I created it. I put everything that I wish I would have known into a nice little kit for you. So head on over, check it out, and check it out. All right, so today I was thinking I want to talk about casual sex is just like getting a cold. Kind of sounds funny, right? You're like, what are you talking about? Casual sex, colds, herpes, what in the world? And here's what I was thinking about. Personally, for me, when I found out I had herpes, I was devastated. I was pissed off. I was in shock. I was hurt. And the major reason for it was this was somebody I trusted. And because I trusted him, I believed that I would not get herpes. And because I knew him, I believed that I would not get herpes. My belief set prior to learning that I had herpes was that if you know somebody, there's no way the person you know would have herpes, right? It's that person you don't know, right? It's the one night stand that you have. It's the casual sex that is how you get herpes. And that was my perception, and that is 100% false. Herpes really does not care if you know the person or don't know the person, or if it's your wife, or if it's your husband, or if it's somebody who you think is the salt of the earth. It does not matter. It doesn't pick who. It's like, oh, perfect. I have a new host. So I was kind of using this analogy. Casual sex is like getting the common cold or the flu. When it's the flu season or cold season, and you'd say you go into the office, right? And you don't have the flu, you don't have the cold, or whatever's going around in the office. We'll use the cold for today's purposes. When you go into the office, it's pretty much fair game for you to get the cold, right? Because you're going into a place that is public, right? Or it's like going to the mall or going to wherever you go. It is pretty much, it's not their responsibility to tell you, oh, I have a cold. So again, you walk into your office and let's say that there's two people with a cold. Well, chances are they're going to come to work because they don't really want to use their sick days to be sick. They want to use their sick days to go on vacation, right? Obviously. So it's really not their due diligence, even though it'd be nice for them to give you the heads up, hey, I have a cold. And I'm kind of comparing that to casual sex in the sense that when you don't know somebody and you don't trust them, and it's somebody you just met that night at the bar, and you're intoxicated, and maybe you're a little, and we've all been there, right? We've had a couple drinks and you let your guard down. And in that case, If your guard's down, then chances are you're going to forget to mention, oh, by the way, I have herpes, right? So I was kind of comparing that casual sex to walking into the office, and it's kind of fair game at that point. Now, the difference is, let's say you invite someone over to your house, or you're invited over to their house. We're back to the flu or the cold. Let's say you're invited over to a friend's house for dinner. It's your responsibility to tell that friend, hey, guess what, friend? I'm sick, I have a cold, or I have a runny nose. Just FYI, is that okay with you, or would you prefer me to, take a rain check and pick another night? Do you guys kind of see where I'm saying with this? Now, going over to someone's friend's house is like being in a relationship or having somebody you know and trust. That is their responsibility at that point to say, hey, we're going to have sex. Great. This is awesome. It's exciting. But here's what we need to talk about beforehand, right? Hey, I have herpes. Here's what it means for you. It's really the responsibility. What I want to clarify, I am not giving the person who has casual sex a hall pass for not mentioning that you have herpes. As you know from me talking about herpes, I am a huge advocate. You need to tell your partners you have herpes. Period. The end, right? Because that is the only way it will stop spreading the virus. And you just got to look at it and put yourself in their shoes. Wouldn't you want to know, if you're about to have sex with someone, that, hey, I have herpes, but I'm going to use everything in precaution? And it's kind of the idea and you can look at it even on a broader scale. Any time you enter into having sex, you're at the risk of pregnancy or an STD. And so that's kind of what I wanted to use this as I was just thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, casual sex is just like walking into the office when, during the holidays and everybody's sick. You kind of are fair game to catch whatever is going around, similar to casual sex and not having those conversations. Because like I said, typically when it's casual sex, it is not a friendship or a relationship prior to knowing that person and really sitting down and talking about it. So that's just something I wanted you guys to think about. What do you think about that? Do you think that this is completely right on, or are you like, Alexandra, no, this is absolutely not correct. If you have herpes, you should not be having casual sex. You should totally be monogamous, period, the end. Let me know. Head on over to that Facebook group that I've created. Let me know. Let's talk about it. I want to know what your thoughts are. This was a thought I had the other day, quite frankly, because I had a sore throat and I was about to go over and see my friend who had a new baby. And I was like, gosh, I don't think she wants her newborn to be exposed to my sore throat. I should probably tell her. And then it dawned on me, yeah, that's kind of like getting herpes, right? All right, so head on over to the Facebook group. Let me know. It is, go over to lifewithherpes.com. I have a button there for you to push to join our Facebook group. It is a secret Facebook group. What does that mean? It means that it's secret. It is uber duper super, is there a better word for that? Secret. Like, your friend of a friend of a friend will not know that you have herpes unless that friend of a friend of a friend has herpes too, and it's in this group. And it will not go out on social share of like the waterfall trickle effect of like you like something and then it all goes to your friends. So you can rest assured that it is private and secret. So definitely join. I love being over there, and I love seeing all of your comments. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week.